Hello there. Welcome back to Great Cove Tourism. In this video, we want to look at a question from a March test question paper. So we are going to look at question 8 of that question paper. And your question reads, read the extract below and answer the questions that follow. We are given a picture that we have there. So we got an airplane that we are seeing, and we are seeing that we got people that are boarding at the airplane. I believe that we are given also a headline. Can traveling by air be considered to be as sustainable? Then I believe that we've got information that we need to go through. It reads the aviation and brackets airline industry is a large impact on climate change. Air travel is considered to be the main contributor to global warming in the tourism industry. It is responsible for almost 40% of the total carbon emissions caused by the tourism sector. uh, the aviation industry has not done enough in terms of reducing their carbon emissions yet. So I believe that you're given the first part of the question says, explain your understanding of environmental sustainability in the aviation airline industry. So obviously our question is got 2 marks. So it needs us to describe environmental sustainability within the context of the aviation industry. So you'll see that the definition that we can give in the aviation industry is that airlines have to be operated in a way that meets the needs of the traveling public without compromising the environment. So basically, we are saying airlines have to be operated in a way that meets the needs of the traveling public without compromising the environment. So that's the explanation that we have in terms of environmental sustainability in aviation industry. So I believe that we've got 8.2, which is at present the impact of air travel on international laws. It is therefore important that individuals and businesses reduce the impact of their air travel on the environment. So, state 2 ways in which tourists can reduce their carbon footprint when traveling by air. So, obviously, uh, the issue is to reduce any contact that can be there with the carbon emissions. So, that can only be achieved when these tourists are trying to minimize the number of flights by combining trips. So obviously, when you minimize the number of flights, obviously you are limiting encounters with carbon emissions. So basically, that's what we have on the first point, that is trying to minimize the number of flights by combining trips. And then second point, choose the most direct route possible, since takeoffs and landings use the most fuel. So the other point that we have is encouraging the use of opting for direct routes so that we avoid takeoffs and landings because that's where fuel is most used. So basically, that's where we have one other point that we can try to raise. Remember, our question is only asking for 2 points, so we already have 2 points. But you can also try to opt for taking lighter planes or taking lighter planes when because our lighter planes obviously they use less fuel. So basically, the issue or the basic behind it is to make sure that you are not encountered with emissions of carbon. So if you take light planes, it means also the emissions of carbon will be also limited. So those are the points that we have in terms of 8.2. Or finally, another option that we can use is to use other modes of transport so that we avoid the use of using aeroplanes. So basically, that's what we have on 8.2. Then we move on to the next question that we have, which is now going to be on 8.3. It reads, starting the diagram below and answer the questions that follow. You're given the airports company South Africa, the airports company South Africa, and the abbreviation industry sustainable. So we've got a diagram that we have there in terms of we've got environment, we have an arrow, and then we've got sustainable airports, that is the triple bottom line. And we believe that now that's where we put our question, and it reads, refer to the triple bottom line and give 2 examples, uh, each of how AXA keeps airports sustainable in respect of the following. So 8.3.1, the community in which it operates, and then 8.3.2, the impact on the environment. So we go back again to the question and read on in particular what it requires. The question reads refer to the triple bottom line and give two examples each of how AXA keep airports sustainable in respect of the following. Let's start with the first one, the community in which it operates. So basically, in terms of the community in which it operates, uh, it has to, for example, uh, employ the workers that are there. That is, I employ locally, and that can be the first point in terms of community in which it operates. So we can just say maybe 8.3.1. So the first point that we have there is AXA can employ locally. So that's how it can uh, how can it can be sustainable. So basically, we go to the next point. The next point that we can raise is opportunities are for scholarship and leaderships. Obviously, it has to create opportunities for scholarships and leaderships. So we have got creation, creation of opportunities for scholarships and leaderships. So this is what we have. Remember, our question is only asking for two. So obviously, we have two. And other points that you may also include is intervention programs also are necessary. Intervention programs are to improve quality of life. Obviously, that can also be an option in terms of response of 8.3.1. Going back to our question, you'd see that the question reads refer to the triple bottom line. So obviously, there's a reference also that you have to make to the triple bottom line. And the triple bottom line, it is a sustainability framework that expands conventional business success metrics to include in organizations' contribution to social well-being and also environmental health. So basically, that's the first thing that we have triple bottom line. So on the second part, it is in respect of the impact on the environment. So obviously we can try to raise in terms of the impact on the environment. So we are now on 8.3.2. So on that one, we can talk about the issue of environmental protection plans, environmental protection plans and control. Risk management and control also. Remember, question only requires two. If you refer back to a question, you see that it only needs two examples. So we have already given two in terms of environmental protection plan and waste management and control. So we can think another that we can also include there. We can also talk about management of foreign object debris, management of foreign object debris. So we can just try to break it down as management of foreign object debris, which is obviously debated as FO or D. So this is again another point that we can also include, and we've got other points that we can also include that are applicable here. That is a technology to improve sustainability. For example, we are saying water control in bathrooms. So basically, this is what we have. And obviously, our question, remember, it only requires 2 points. So this becomes the last question that we have according to this question that we have here. And our question had 40 marks. So thank you for listening. Hopefully, this video was helpful. Let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. Let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing great golf tourism. Yes, for this video, I'm signing out. Let's meet again in the next video.